What's up, Instagram Live? I'm over here having a dance party. Come join my dance party. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, I've missed you. I've missed you this week. We are talking creating balanced meals and grocery shopping in order to create these balanced meals. But this is going to come in handy no matter where you are. Whether you're at home, whether you're out and about, whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're traveling. Creating balanced meals is one of the major fundamental pieces to a healthy, balanced nutrition that I teach all. Woo! Got a phone call. Why? Because when we take the app away, or we're not using MyFitnessPal, when we don't have a meal plan to go off of, when we don't have a coach telling us what to eat at every single meal or every single day, this is what we rely on in order to make the best decisions, right? In order to think for ourselves. Knowing these fundamental pieces, foundational pieces, that's the word I've been looking for. Why is it so hard for me to think about words on the spot? Foundational pieces. Didn't we eliminate the guesswork? And we're able to do this thing. We're able to do this thing called nutrition on our own without help, right? So, are you guys ready to dive in? I'm ready. This will be a quick one. This will be powerful. It will be very, very valuable, but I'm not going to take up a whole lot of y'all's time because it's Friday. Let's get real here. It is Friday. I got my Good Vibes Only shirt. Rocking that out. Okay. So, let's talk meal planning, cooking, shopping. Nobody wants to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end in the kitchen. I know I don't. I actually hate cooking. I hate it. I wish I would love it. Maybe one day I will. I think it's kind of one of those, things you have to, warm up to, like alcohol or coffee or something. But it's just not my favorite thing. I'm going to be honest. Anybody else out there feel the same way? You want to eat healthy. You want to track macros. You want to hit your goals. But you just don't like cooking, and that's okay. Come over here. Join my team. That's where I'm at. No one likes spending hours in the kitchen, all right? And we don't have to be Bobby Flay. We don't have to every single day, create a freaking Pinterest board of food to post on social media. It doesn't matter what it looks like, right? I'm not Bobby Flay. I'm never going to be Bobby Flay. But that has nothing to do with this, right? But a lot of times we get just caught up in all this pressure. We got to make the perfect meal. It's got to look beautiful. It's got to be so interesting and photo worthy and edgy or whatever. It doesn't have to be. Y'all would be so freaking shocked at what my daily meals look like. It's kind of embarrassing. To be honest, it's a little embarrassing, but I hit my goals. It works for me. It fits in my lifestyle. I enjoy it. I love the food that I eat. It's fast, it's easy, it's simple, it's streamlined. And those are all the things that matter. That's all that matters, you guys. All right. So first we've got to start out with, what is a balanced meal? What does that mean? What does that look like? What is it made up of? All right. So there are 3 macros: proteins, fats, and carbs. We all know this. I've taught you guys this a million times, right? But beyond that, I also want to include separately vegetables, okay? Are vegetables carbohydrates? Yes, they are carbs. I get it, okay? But for the purpose of a balanced meal, I'm separating them out. Why? Because there are different types of carbohydrates, and they're all equally important, and we want them all. Just like there are different types of protein, right? Incomplete, complete proteins. One's a little bit more important than the other. But when it comes to carbs, we can go starchy carbs. So breads, rice, pasta, potatoes, oats, okay? when we really think about what a carbohydrate is. That's the first thing that pops in our mind. But then there are other types of carbs as well, like fruits and vegetables. But they play different roles in our body, and they're both equally important, and we need to get them both into our diet, okay? So for that reason, in my opinion, this is how I do it, this is how I teach my clients, I create a balanced meal with 4 things, all right? Proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and when I say carbs, I mean starchy carbs, okay? And then vegetables as well. So that's how you build a meal, and that's it. It's that simple, these 4 things. That's it, you guys. It ain't that hard. All right, now, how much of each of these things? What should a plate look like? What should a meal look like? So everyone's different as far as what their goals are, what their macros are, that sort of thing, what they enjoy, right? But for generally speaking purposes, I divide my plate up into about half a plate of vegetables. 50% of my plate, vegetables. Okay? Then a quarter of a plate should be protein. Okay, then the other quarter of your plate should be a carb, like a real carb, a starchy carb. Okay? Not a vegetable. And then that 4th piece to this is the fat component, right? But usually your fat is going to be in your meat or in some type of sauce or a marinade or a dressing. But if it's not, if you're going super lean on these 3 things, then you're going to want to incorporate some fat in there as well. Okay? And then I guess we could add a fifth piece to this puzzle, flavor. Let's go protein, carbs, fats, vegetables, flavor. Where does the flavor come from? Spices, sauces, marinades, dressings, that sort of thing. Salsa is my go-to. I put salsa on everything. Salsa is my universal sauce, no matter what I'm eating. Salsa and ranch popcorn seasoning. I put that on everything, right? So that makes up your meal. That's a complete balanced meal, okay? So whether you're at home trying to put something together, staring at the fridge, opening it up, don't know what to do, that's how you do it. Or if you're out at a restaurant trying to look at a menu, figuring out what to order, that's what you do. Or if you're out on vacation, on a trip somewhere, in a different state, city, country, whatever it is, I mean, at that point, you're at a restaurant, right? That's what you do. Okay? Get a protein, a vegetable, a carbohydrate on your plate. And outside of the house, so at restaurants or while traveling, I don't focus on the fat component because, why? Restaurants already put fat in everything. They cook everything in butter, oil, sauces because they want it to be delicious. They want to make you happy. They want you coming back, right? So they just go ahead and do that for you unless you ask for them not to. All right? And that's completely okay as well. I do that often. Okay? So while you're out shopping in the grocery store, I have this little thing called the rule of 3. Lots of numbers and fingers going on here. The rule of 3. Okay, so out of those pieces of your balanced meal, let's just say 5. Okay, proteins, carbs, fats, vegetables, and flavor. When you're out shopping, you want to get 3 of each. Okay, that's the rule of 3. Get 3 different proteins, 3 different carbohydrates, 3 different fats, 3 different types of vegetables, 3 different types of sauces or flavors or marinades or dressings. Okay, the rule of 3, just remember that. Remember these 5 components and remember you need 3 of each. All right, so when you get home, and you're hungry and you're creating your balanced meal, you just pick one from everything that you've just bought at the grocery store. And poof, you have a balanced meal. It's like plug and play. And because you've just bought 3 of everything, oh my gosh, the options are just endless. The combinations are endless. And there's no way you'd get bored in 1 week. Right? So the rule of 3. So for example, what are 3 different types of proteins? Ground beef, that's a big one for me. Chicken, obviously. Pork chops, chicken thighs. You could go steak, ground turkey. Deli meats is a big one for me as well. Bacons, I eat tons of bacon. And eggs, right? These are all ideas for you guys. Okay, carbs, pastas, potatoes, rices, quinoas, oats, different types of breads or wraps, tortillas for tacos, hello. All right, fats are going to be your oils, different types of oils, coconut oils, MCT oils, butters, nut butters, cashew butters, almond butters, peanut butters. There's a million of them now. Okay, right? But then just regular butter as well. And then all different types of salad dressings, marinades, sauces, salsa, and then spices, okay? And then for me, ranch popcorn seasoning, always, okay? So, I usually pick 2 days a week to bulk cook all of my stuff, okay? And I go to the store on those 2 days. They're scheduled out. I know exactly what day they are. And then I do my cooking if I need to. Okay? So I pick 2 days because I don't like to cook and have a ton of foods just like sitting for an entire week. I cook for a few days at a time. And this helps me be prepared and successful through the week and then again through the weekend. So I don't get through the week and then run out of food or like can't make it to the grocery store or have nothing prepared. I'm like, I guess I'm just not going to hit my goals Saturday and Sunday. It's no longer an option because I have my set 2 days. I have a day to get me prepped for the week, usually Sunday. And then I have a day to get me prepped for the weekend, like a Thursday or a Friday. Okay? And you've solved that problem. And then you can bulk cook some stuff. Throw some chicken in the crock pot. Cook up and brown up some of that ground beef, right? Maybe make some hard-boiled eggs to have on hand. Bulk cook your carbs. I bulk cook my proteins and I bulk cook my carbohydrates. I make a ton of pasta, a ton of rice, a ton of mashed potatoes, and that stuff just sits in my fridge for those few days, okay? So whenever I need a meal or I come home from work and I need to make dinner or, I get a break in the middle of the day, I need to make lunch, I just run to the kitchen. It's already there and ready to go. I just pull and heat. Boom. Easy peasy. My freezer is filled, jam-packed with bags and bags and bags and bags and bags of frozen vegetables. I know a lot of you people think that you've got to bake your vegetables or roast your vegetables in the oven, and that's the only way to do it. But it's not. Actually, that was reminds me of the true or false question I threw up for you guys, and 60% of y'all said that for a balanced, healthy meal, fresh organic vegetables are required. And that is so far from the truth. That is a lie. That is a lie that marketing, social media, the food industries have been feeding us for years and years and years. Okay? There's no difference between organic and non-organic. Okay? Stop fearing non-organic food. Actually, this fuels fear of food for a lot of people. And then they don't buy anything at all because they can't afford all organic food, right? I could not afford to go to Whole Foods twice a week and get all of my groceries. Y'all, I would be living on the streets. That's why they call it whole paycheck for a reason. All right, but a lot of people just don't even try. They give up. They don't even, try to think about how to make their daily nutrition a little bit better because they say, I can't afford it. I can't afford organic, so what's the point? Y'all, there's zero difference between organic and frozen vegetables, canned vegetables, already prepped vegetables, whatever it is. Non-organic. No freaking nutritional difference, okay? If someone tells you that, ask them for the scientific data. It's BS. All right, so don't buy into that, okay? All right, glad we got that true or false question out of the way. Back to this lie. I keep bags and bags and bags of frozen veggies in my freezer. My favorites are green beans. I eat tons of green beans. Broccoli. I eat a ton of broccoli. And then I have, fresh vegetables on hand. So I buy either the little kind of sweet peppers in that big giant bag of multicolored peppers. I buy giant whole size peppers, like bigger than apples, and I just eat them like an apple. Carrots. I really love to have carrots on hand. I've been smashing a lot of pre-bagged salads lately, like salad kits. Love those. Love them. All right, and then fats. So fats are going to go either in your pantry or your freezer. So these are going to be all of your oils, olive oil, MCT oil, coconut oil, nut butters, peanut butters, almond butters, or actual butter, or whole fat, like yogurts and dairies and cheeses. Okay, those are going to go in your fridge. All right, now my go-to, this is my pro tip, how I am successful day in and day out smashing my macros. I'm a lover of all things single serve. Single serve, microwavable all day. And that's earlier when I first hopped on here and was like, it's a little embarrassing. Y'all be surprised. That's where I'm at. Single serve, microwavable, anything, okay? So you can get pretty much any food in a single serve option these days. So like nut butters come in those little packets or even those little cups. Amazing. So easy, right? And at that point, you just buy a few at a time to get you through the day, the week. Get you through a few days at a time, right? Buy 3, 4, 5 at a time. So Nut Butter's rice now comes in either the microwavable little packets or a cup. Microwavable cups of rice, different flavors, amazing flavors, right? Pastas, y'all. Pretty much every night I bounce back and forth between a microwavable cup of macaroni and cheese to die for, or a microwavable cup of instant mashed potatoes. The loaded mashed potatoes, so freaking good. So freaking good, right? So different pastas you can buy single serve, mashed potatoes you can buy single serve, tunas. So tunas now come in flavored packets or little tuna infusions that I've been really enjoying lately. Just a tiny little cup of flavored tuna packs like 25 grams of protein in one. Bam. Even comes with a little fork, little spoon for yourself. Guacamole. I don't make guacamole. I never have because I can't eat it all before it turns brown, right? Or goes bad. So I just buy the single serve cups, guacamole at the store. Holy guacamoles, amazing. Put them in toasts, on eggs, whatever. Wraps, sandwiches, they're amazing and they don't go bad. Cereals. Anybody out here cereal fan? I am. It's an amazing carb. And those also come in single serve cups as well. So if you don't want to buy a huge 50 serving box of cereal to have in your pantry, that's either going to go bad or you're just going to feel like you need to eat it so it doesn't go bad. I just like to have cereal every once in a while. That's just like a treat for myself. So I'll just buy a single serve of cereal. Boom. I'm happy. Craving hit, right? Stuff like muffins will come single serve packaged, donuts, cookies. You guys, this is how I hit Oreos when I need them. Oreos can either come in like a sleeve of, I think like 7 or 8, which is just, perfect little size. Or they even come in just like a 2-pack. Get the Oreos you want and no more than what you need, and you are golden and off to the races. Peppers, like I said, those giant peppers, I just throw those in my purse. I eat them like apples, right? Oats can come in little single serve cups, grits, jerkies, different protein bars. The tuna salad kits are bomb and come in clutch, especially when traveling. Has everything you need to make a little tuna salad and put it on some crackers. String cheeses. You can grab hard-boiled eggs at the store. You can even grab them at gas stations, you guys, when you're out and about. And then salads. Salads also come single serve or bags with a couple servings in them, which I've been loving a lot lately. So that's how I survive. That's how I am so successful. That's how I nail my goals. Okay? If it ain't already pre-made or done for me, it ain't happening. If it ain't microwavable, it ain't happening. I cook all of my meats in bulk, okay? And then my lunches, I do sandwiches, I do wraps, I do salads, easy, no cooking. And then at night, I do usually mac and cheeses or mashed potatoes or, tater tots, sweet potato tater tots or french fries, anybody. So good in the air fryer. Oh, it's amazing. So the options are endless, okay? So when people come to me and they're like, I just don't know what to eat. I don't know what to make. How do I build a meal? It's crazy to me because it's literally, the options are endless. And all you got to do is hit these 5 things. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, a vegetable, and then get that flavor in there, right? Okay, when you head to the grocery store, just get at least 3 of everything. Remember the rule of 3. If you want to get 4, 5, go for it. But at least hit 3 of all of those things. So then you can just interchange them throughout the week, plug and play, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what vegetable you pair with what protein or carbohydrate, just get it in. Choose the things that you enjoy the most, okay? It doesn't matter what you're choosing to plug in place. And that's where we have to remember that it doesn't have to look beautiful. It's not going on Pinterest. We're not on a Bobby Flay cooking show. Who are we trying to impress here? We're just trying to hit our goals, right? And eat well for ourselves. So hopefully this live training was helpful and beneficial and you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday and weekend. We'll talk soon. I love y'all.